Hello everybody, welcome back to PH Balance. My name is Steven with the PH, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club, which I cannot tell if it is a fun little romp or a horror game. And I hate horror games, so we're gonna figure this out relatively soon, I'm guessing. Now, in the last episode, we had just joined the Literature Club with Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri, and Monica. And now we've been sent home to write a poem for the first day of the official club. And it says, hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Oh, okay. I don't think we'll have that issue. So right now it looks like we are trying to write a poem, and whichever words, I guess, we pick will determine our outcome with the different girls, our relationship with them, whether they like us or not, I guess, or I guess whether they like our poem or not. I'm not gonna go for a specific person though. I'm just gonna pick the words I want to choose and see what happens. So we got kitty, heaven sent, dream, existence, covet, games, bubbles, anger, warm, and sticky. I'm gonna go with games. Broken, imagination, sunny, sugar, feather, tears, anime, raindrops, daydream, or sparkle. Imagination. Kawaii, cage, family, massacre, fluffy, defeat, bliss, childhood, graveyard, fear. Childhood. Poof, disarray, waterfall, vanilla, misfortune, pleasure, question, anxiety, heart, strawberry. Vanilla, excitement, laugh, joy, precious, friends, boop, nibble, giggle, playground, puppy, holiday, charm. We had vanilla, let's go with chocolate also. Mile, rainbow, cheer. All right. Oh God, now I have to remember the voices. Hi again, Steve. Damn it. Hi again. Yeah, wait, no, I said it right. Fuck. Hi again, Steve. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. Wasn't gonna do that. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Now that's something that me and Steve have in common. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Steve. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even join any clubs this year, or want to join any clubs this year for that matter. And last year too!
I wish my voice wasn't so like, ugh. Been working a lot recently, so my voice is like, throat's super sore. Otherwise, I'd actually be able to give you a little more something that's not so piercing and annoying.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka, I mean, manga. Fuck. Manga is literature, Monica. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Steve always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun.
Yeah.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking.
Yeah. I do that, Sayori.
Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Mm-hmm. How dependable. Oh, Yuri. You noticed. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Me and Sayori, we have a deep history here. We're those friends that are like, we just say our inside jokes in front of a room full of people. Or like, she sets me up. She's like, he helps me with cooking. And I'm like, that's because you set your house on fire once, stupid. And then everyone else is just like, cool. Totally, I can contribute to this conversation.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? Yeah, that's what... Yeah. I might be a little jealous. Yuri! Oh my god, settle down, girl. We barely know each other.
How come you and Steve? How come? You and Steve can become good friends too.
Well, don't speak on my behalf for me, Sayori. Sayori. Read the room. She doesn't want to be just friends. She wants the Steve. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh! Yuri! Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
That makes it worse, Sayori. Wait, what? Sayori? What? Me? You brought me something? I'm starting to like this literature club, okay. Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like it's a big deal, and it's really not. What do you do? What do I do? Who does do what? You do you? Me? Do me? Who? You?
Okay, Yuri, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? You thought I forgot, didn't you? I didn't forget. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not even reading that much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick?
Oh, what kind?
Well, I guess we could...
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Okay, Sayori, cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details for the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self.
But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
Oh shit, whoa.
Ooh-wah!
Ooh-wah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club? That would be dope.
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Oh god, come on, man. Get off my back, woman. Don't say that out loud. There's a girl right there who loves anime. Jesus. What am I doing? Of course nothing's happening. I don't have my big boy glasses on.
I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
Oh, I didn't want Monica to hear. But Natsuki likes anime, so we could be like friends or something. I don't know. I mean, if she wants to be friends, it'd be cool.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. Straight up problem. Find something better to do. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You still oversleep every day, right? I mean, don't you? See how I fucked it up, but then I recovered it?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it. Knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that, man. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Get it off! Who wrote this?
Sayori glances around herself. Come on, man. People don't act like this. I mean, some people act like this. She is, I know a lot of people like her, but not that much.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Oh. I took it literal. I thought she was taking it literal. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. Dude, I'm a dick. I mean, I guess I'm being a friend. I'm being a bro to her, you know, calling her out for her messy hair, but like, no high school girl wants to hear this shit. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair. You want to tell me something, Steve? You and Sayori? You know? I try to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I'm not gonna fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe it off. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would even notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care. Because I'm an asshole.
Hey, you meanie!
Yep. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jesus, I'm just really going in on her, man.
Huh? That's super mean!
Yeah, I'm a dick. Sorry, but you'll thank me later.
I start to button up her blazer from the bottom.
Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, man. Making those sick-ass moves.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these things for me.
Yeah? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. You cute idiot. It's okay, though.
It's okay, though! I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful! That button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest.
Why is it so hard to close? It's almost like she has excess fat there.
Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Woman, what are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Whoa! Okay, I'm taking a step back. Everyone, you see me taking a step back, Monica? Monica, you see this? President, I'm not getting in trouble for this. I'm not getting blamed. Don't say that out loud, Sayori. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
It's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more because we didn't want to animate it. Because we didn't want to draw her with a buttoned up blazer. This way it makes it much easier for everyone. See, there you go. We didn't have to redo the character model.
Whew. That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arm out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? Well, it's kind of what I just said. And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't ever let you do things like this.
I may not be the smoothest man, but I can read that. Steve, you need to either make a move or figure some shit out, because this girl likes you. I'm just saying.
You take care of me better than anyone else would anyway, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. There are other girls here that I don't know. I haven't decided who I like the most yet.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up.
In the morning!
That was a damn good impression of me, Sayori. Have you been practicing? You're doing it again. Stop. God. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, Sayori.
But I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Am I gonna get to read what I wrote? Because I'm pretty sure I just wrote down words like smile and cute and vanilla and rainbow.
Yay! Steve, I can't wait to read yours.
I hope you like cutesy words. Yeah, I also can't wait to read mine. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. I didn't just write down some nonsense words and hope that y'all would derive meaning from them.
My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting
from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
So who do we want to share with first? It's our first day of literature club. Let's do a little rundown of all our different characters we have. We got Sayori, the best friend who clearly has a crush on me. I'm kind of getting vibes that she's one of those people who like is super self-sabotaging. She talks down about herself and she makes light of it and makes it very fun and comedic, but I feel like in reality she's probably very unconfident in herself, self-sabotaging. Natsuki's the young one. I think that she's just probably one of those people that wants to be thought of as mature because she's in the older crowd, so she's self-conscious about us feeling like she's a child and a baby. Yuri, I feel like, is the really reserved one who's very to herself, very socially awkward, doesn't want to deal with all that. And then Monica's like the class president, the popular girl, the one who's like super nice to everyone, but like, is she really nice? I don't know. But obviously we like Monica. I feel like I would avoid, if I was in this situation, I would put off Monica as long as possible, probably. Well, in reality, I'd be like, who wants to read with? Like, I'm chill. Let's just do it. I feel like Natsuki and Yuri I'd be nervous about. Monica, I wouldn't be super nervous about, but like also I don't want to be like called out by the president. Sayori's excited to read my poem. We'll go with a friend first.
I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all, and nothing more.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Steve!
You're just saying that. Stop it. You're just saying that. What? Mine? My poem? I just wrote a whole bunch of words down.
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because if I have no idea what I like, because I have no idea what I like either. Because I don't know who I am as a person. I'm just barreling along day by day, pulling chunks and pieces off of other people and just claiming that it's myself.
Jesus.
I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe I should go talk to her next. Maybe even Natsuki's.
Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Steve poem.
I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm gonna publish a book full of Steve poems.
And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. All right, Sayori. I'm gonna need that back. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Now I'm mocking you. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Steve. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I mean, she's not wrong. Either that or I'm just a mega pushover.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
Then again, is my full motive literally just to pick up chicks? Yeah, that makes sense. High school boy.
I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
Come on, Steve. There's something you're not telling me, bud? Alright.
Knowing how much this means to her and all. And her chest.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright. I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at it.
Well, we'll see about that. Oh, I actually get to read a poem. Dear Sunshine. Wait, should I read it in her voice?
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
You know what? I gotta say, it started off really strong, and then you lost me at the end. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel better about mine.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah, sure. Dude, her poem was fine. Lay off, bud. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds like you. Passive-aggressive brat.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
No bacon? You could have made like a sandwich. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point to arguing that. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yep, okay, Sayori. Next time I won't forget.
Next time I won't forget either, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to that then. All right, let's just go down the list. Natsuki.
Okay, well let's...
My God, I need to do something. I need to figure something out to make their voices different.
Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. I'm doing this for you, Natsuki. Love me. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad.
I did good?
You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real poem looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
I'm pretty happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
Oh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go and announce it to the world. Like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said it?
I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem.
I don't think she hates you, bud. I think she's being pretty nice to you considering she's like the type of girl who she's the type of person who she's gonna be mean to you because she likes you. And she's being pretty cool with you right now. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
I'm gonna do... I got it. I figured it out. Alright, show me what a real poem looks like.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Huh. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Natsuki, I really like that poem, actually. I feel like that's a really good poem, actually. Yeah, good job. No, that was good. It was very simple for my dumb brain to comprehend. Like I said, I have a really hard time deciphering what things mean when reading, and that was pretty easy and a great message. You know, basically being like, all these other animals around you, or other living things around you, have all these amazing abilities, you know. Some can fly, some can run, some can swim. And us humans, we can try to do all those things, and we can try our best to do stuff. And that's really all we can do. We can try. We may succeed, we may fail, but we try. And that's the important part. Good on you, Natsuki. I like that poem. I want to get... Just like I told Nick I'd get him that framed picture at the end of Undertale, I want that poem framed.
I told you weren't gonna like it.
Did you not hear any of that stuff I just fucking said to you? Listen!
No, I liked it. It was good.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? I think that's the point of basically anything you do in life. If you're passionate about something, just express who you are and don't worry about who other people are. It's really hard to do, so I'm not gonna knock it. I get very self-conscious about things, but like, I try. You know, eagles might fly, but I try. And I think I do a pretty dang good job, usually. So, and I think you do too. I think you're awesome. See, I tried not to hit my mic, but I hit it. But I tried. I think you're awesome. You're an awesome person. I think you're awesome, Natsuki. Isn't the point of poems to express how people feel? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
You nailed it, bud.
Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Did I understand a poem? For once in my life? Oh, Natsuki, you're a cool lady. I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
Shit, man. Poetry's cool. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Yeah, I didn't realize that last... I mean, like, I realized the last part didn't rhyme, and I thought it was really powerful and awesome, but I didn't realize that there was a whole science to it. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? I told you, she's all about proving herself. So I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, I guess I didn't. Guess there is things to learn from the younger people. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Yeah. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Good on you, Steve. Be nicer to Sayori. Ugh. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading it. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be the first time. I guess that it might be after reading through it. I'm gonna take that lightly. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Good poem. Yuri, you good, bud? It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Hey, it's fine. I really didn't notice. So what were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that separates them from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes.
Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning, by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do they not like each other? Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and the process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Aww. Well, I'm glad to make you happy, Yuri. I think this is a great place for you to be. Truly.
Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
I like how the music changes for all of them. That's cute. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sure it's a great poem. But it just, whew, you know? I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. Oh God, you're one of these people. Your handwriting's great. Shut up. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read it. Yeah, I'm dumb. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. That was easy to digest. I don't want to read your next poem. You're into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Steve. Really? I could have pieced that together. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. Geez, that's a lot more solemn when you put it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Whoa, is this like an adventure game now? Am I playing an RPG? You're counting on me? I got side quests? Hi, Steve. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but yeah, I guess I have to, huh? Don't worry, Steve. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all need to learn to get past. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually very different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other as well. Oh no, what's happening? Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Because she's probably not as happy as you think she is. That's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Well, you sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So, what do you think? Again, just like Yuri, I think it has a much deeper meaning that's just going over my head. It's very freeform. It's what would you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Epiphany? British? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you for advice, Monica. Thank you.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Ugh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. So this dynamic right here. It seems like Natsuki desperately wants everyone's approval, and Yuri just isn't the type of person to just give her approval. You know, she's very reserved, so she probably liked the poem, but you're just berating her too hard. Natsuki is very extroverted in that sense. Like, she has no problem just coming at you full force. Like, I think she's an introvert, but she has that extroverted energy where, like, if she wants to say something, she'll say it. And Yuri's very reserved, so their dynamic is like, ooh, Natsuki needs to take a chill pill, and Yuri needs to just be a little more mindful. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Steve did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. See, also the other thing is, they're the two people who are like seasoned pros at writing poems, so they both really want to share their poems. They have two completely different styles, which is great. Both of their poems were good. I like Natsuki's better, but Yuri's was a really good poem. And now they're just fighting, and it's not going to end well because they both love their own style, but they don't like each other's styles. So I'm probably going to have to be the middle ground, or someone is. Monica, help! I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Oh, damn! And Steve liked my poem too, you know. He even told me how impressed he was by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Natsuki, you literally said the same thing word for word. You're just trying to embarrass her. You also want to impress me. That's not what I meant. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Steve appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. I didn't say either of those things. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everything okay over here?
Well, you know what? This music's tripping me out.
Well, you know what?
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Steve started showing up. This is what I was afraid of. Whoa, I'm out. Peace. I don't want to be here. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like the fighting, guys.
I don't like the fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if
They just noticed I was standing here. I'm taking my headphones off because the music's tripping me out. Steve, she's just trying to make me feel bad and look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
What's the point of making her poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Shakespeare. Help me explain that to her, Steve. I love Shakespeare, don't get me wrong. I just don't understand it. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning for the most effective... Damn it. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. That's such a weird sentence. Your big language is getting very convoluted, Yuri. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Steve? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... To be honest, I'm not gonna side with Yuri. Because I just really like Natsuki's poem. But no, to be honest with you, I am gonna go say Help Me Sayori because I think they both have solid points. I appreciated Natsuki's poem more because I understood it better, and so therefore her argument is more valid to me, but I think there's a lot of truth, honesty, vulnerability, and all that other stuff in Yuri's poem, so I'm not gonna knock her for that. Help me, Sayori! Did I just hit Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, dying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Ugh. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah, everyone's fighting and it's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Steve? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop.
Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because they're differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words.
Yes.
And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head.
Yes.
Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Because, well...
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same size they've always been. Big and beautiful.
Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly.
Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori... It's me. I'm talking. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered to Monica. So this is why he chose Sayori to be the vice president. Because she is friends with everyone. That makes sense. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. No, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means that Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. Sorry. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk with her a little more. Can I not? I guess Monica's not... I'm sure there is a way to, like, woo Monica, but it seems like it's either gotta be Yuri, Sayori, or Natsuki. Sayori or Natsuki for me personally, but Yuri is great too. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. I keep forgetting that I keep changing her voice. It was alright. Well, mostly. Steve, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself,
I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Steve, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise that they're wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Steve,
It's not me. It's a different person. Separate the two.
you know, Steve, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
Thank you, Sayori. That's very...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught
On to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, the next poem, the next day. I'm going to end this episode here, everyone, but thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I feel like there could be a good story here. I don't really have a whole lot to say other than that. There were some good poems. There's some good writing and stuff. I feel like I know exactly who these people are, which is awesome. You know, I feel like with a lot of games like this, it's very easy to be very cartoony. And I feel like my character, Steve, is pretty cartoony and over the top.
Oh my god, cute girls everywhere. Which one do I choose?
But like the other, like the girls, as cartoony as they also are, they are real people. I know people like this in my life. So I think it's nice to see representation of a whole bunch of different types of people in a game like this. But yeah, I'm excited to keep going, see what else it has to offer. This game, like I said before, has a lot of really great reviews, and I heard a lot about it before playing it. And by that, I mean I've seen like thumbnails all over YouTube when it came out of people playing it, but like I said, I'm not really usually into this style of game, but you know, I'm expanding my horizons for the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really does mean a lot to me. I am living out my dreams, being able to play these games in my spare time. I started this channel, full honesty, I think I have it in my bio. I started this channel as a way for me to have a reason to do the things I love to do. And what I mean by that is I've always played games. Games have always been the thing I love to do. I would come home from school, play games every single day from the time I was like 5 all the way through like college. I'd come back to my dorm and apartment every single day and just play games in my free time. And in my adult life, I had like years past where I just didn't play any games. And I would get new ones every year for my birthday, for Christmas. I would buy them myself when they came out, and I wouldn't play any of them because it felt like I had more to be doing with my life. That's what I was telling myself. It's the thing that I love to do to unwind, to relieve stress. It's fun. I get emotionally moved by stories like this, but it just felt like I would push myself and be like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this, and I'd set such high expectations for myself that I would just fall flat on my face and I'd lay on the couch and watch YouTube and Netflix nonstop. And I think that's part of the reason I got the idea. I started watching so much YouTube that I was like, this is what I love to do, and if I just bite the bullet and record games for YouTube, something could come of it and that'd be amazing, but if nothing comes of it, that's perfectly fine. It just gives me a reason to justify sitting down for a few hours and doing something that I love to do, especially when I get to play games like Undertale with my friends like Nick. Like, him and I hang out always anyways, and we play games and board games and stuff like that, but it gives me a new experience to, like, I would have never played Undertale with Nick if it wasn't for the channel, and now that's one of my favorite games of all time, and we had a freaking blast doing it. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, so y'all's support and your love and your like devotion to watching these videos. Even if you stop in for just a few seconds, a few minutes, you see a video here and there, that's awesome. Honestly, that's so awesome. So thank you guys so much. I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye.